Hello and welcome to
Advice from Your Besties. Woo! This is where we take your questions and we will try to give you advice, but we are not responsible for any decisions that you make based on this podcast. Here's just a question for us. Would you ever have a threesome? Not with each other.
I like how that came out of your mouth. You know, I get asked that a lot. Like,
are we giving off vibes? Like,
they're like, why don't you? And I'm like, ew, no.
No.
First of all, this is way too important to sacrifice. Ew. And everyone's like,
Ew.
are you guys lesbians together? And I'm like,
no. Can't we just be friends?
oh my God.
No, that's like not on my bucket list of things to do, like at all. I have no interest in
What if
it.
Austin came to you?
If that was like his dying wish on his deathbed, I'd be like, okay. But not like, I'm turning 40. I'm like, fuck you. No. That's stupid. So, no. Maybe when he turns 100. Can you imagine like old ladies like
You're like, I promise.
I promise when you turn 100 it's happening.
Yes.
I kept my promise.
Huh.
I don't know. Would you have a threesome?
I'm open to seeing what happens in life. Like, maybe I'm not necessarily on the hunt
Yeah.
for a threesome, but there is a wild streak in me at times that's like, I want to do fucked up crazy shit. and then you get the chance and you're like, no, just kidding. I'm scared. No, I don't want to. And like, I am afraid that I am more that person than like I want to do crazy nasty shit. And then I like, and then
it's like presented to you on a platter and you're like, I'm shy.
Yeah. I don't want to. Hip block. Hip block. Send the text in the hip block.
Yeah. you threesome too close to the sun.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of scared. Yeah, no, that kind of cleared, like, I'm good for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I don't know. I would like to have do more exciting things.
Okay, but not necessarily a threesome.
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
I look forward to 2024.
Okay. I look forward for that for you.
For us.
For us. But like separate.
You're like, I told you, not together.
Not together. How many times do I have to repeat myself?
Not doing each other.
Okay, here's a question. I just went on a trip with my boyfriend and he parked his car at the airport but didn't offer to give me a ride home after the trip because it's 15 minutes out of the way.
Oh my God.
Is this strange behavior?
This is breakable, offensive.
Oh.
Why don't you know better?
What?
Why don't you know better?
Did you Uber to the airport too? Or like did he
No,
give
he picked her
he
up.
picked her up? Oh my God, he won't take you home?
Oh my God. You have a real problem on your hands.
Oh my God.
You're lucky you got home.
Oh my God, you're lucky he even like took you to the airport to get home from the trip.
That's what I mean. Like, you're lucky you didn't leave your ass there on the trip.
Like, dump his ass.
He dumped
Wow.
yours. No, I've got news for you. He literally dumped you
Yeah.
at the airport. And if you don't recognize that as this, then you're batshit crazy. Okay, it's not that you're batshit crazy. You're just not seeing what's real. The reality is he has already broken up with you. Is this crazy? Doesn't matter. What was the question?
Is it strange behavior?
It doesn't matter if it's strange behavior because this is the behavior of something that the question is, what did you do wrong on the trip for them to treat you so disrespectfully? Right?
Yeah, this is inexcusable. You are 15 minutes from the airport. You're giving me a ride home. I mean, I have to imagine, do you guys talk on the way home or like what happened? Or is he just like a douchebag overall? And is this just like his normal douchebag behavior? Even so, that's an offensible breakup behavior.
I have this story. And similar, not exactly the same, similar, but different. This girl that I know, she went to, I don't know, Chicago with her boyfriend at the time, but they had a tendency to drink and then fight. Some couples drink too much and then they always get into like fights.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, they stay at this fancy hotel, and the hotel is under his name, gives her a spare key. They get into a fight. He goes back to the hotel room. She leaves the bar. She makes her way back a few minutes later. She loses her key, goes to the front desk and says, "Hey, I lost my key." "Oh, okay. What room is the number? What's your hotel room number?" And she's like, "A610. And she's like, "I'm sorry. I only see his name in the system. And because your name's not associated with the room, I can't issue you another key."
Oof.
So then she would go back to the door and like knock, and he wouldn't answer, and he just let her knock.
Oh my God.
So now she's got nowhere to stay. And they're like, "Do you want to buy a room?" And like, "Here in the hotel." And she's like, "I can't afford a $400 room right now."
Right.
And so she like had to like prop herself up and just like sit in the lounge, like in those sofas,
Oh my God.
because he never let her in. And then like that next morning she got her stuff. Like he let her in, and the next morning to get her belongings. And then they like went to the airport separately.
Oh my God.
And like, if you are, certain girls roll kind of broke when you travel with a dude.
Right.
It's the ugly truth. And I'm sure we're not proud of it. But there's a lot of ladies that will be like, "Oh, I'm overextending myself by going on this trip, because if anything really did happen, I'd be fucked."
Mm-hmm.
Like if I needed to like buy myself my own plane ticket, I wouldn't be able to. Or if I needed to buy my own hotel room. Like, this is a cautionary tale for people traveling. Make sure they always get your name on the room. Because if they don't, like, you are in potential danger, in all seriousness. Because like, what if you're locked out and your bag
Right.
is in the room, and your IDs and your phone or something?
Yeah. Get your name on that room.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
So that's fucked up too.
So that's another reason to dump his ass.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Sorry. PSA.
Sorry.
Oh my God. That story haunts me to this day. I've known that story for like 20, 15 years. That's the same girl that introduced me to Doug.
Oh.
And that guy is my neighbor's best friend.
Oh, wow. Well, take that as a cautionary tale. If he's not going to let you into the hotel room, and if he doesn't give you a ride home, dump his ass.
Yeah. Could you imagine what he would do? What if you were traveling internationally?
Oof.
Anyway.
Okay.
Do you have any more fun questions?
I do. I recently went on a date where a guy ordered all the food and then insisted we go Dutch.
Oh.
Hold on.
Sorry.
It was over it was over a $300 bill. I was a little pissed. Then he said, "Just kidding. It's on me. I was just testing you." Am I wrong to think that this is an ick?
Yeah, no. It is a
No, like
it's a terrible like, fuck that guy.
Like, what is the test? To see how pissed you would get?
Fuck you, dude.
Like, that's not a funny joke.
Oh.
Especially if you're ordering all the food. No, I'm not paying for that. You took me out on a date, you're ordering all the food, and I didn't like say, "Oh yeah, I want to order this, this, and this." I'm not splitting a $300 bill.
No. Okay. Yes, no, whatever. At least if they said, "I want to split this." Okay. Well, first of all, if you're going to, you should say it in the beginning. Why are we waiting until the end? Be like, "Hey, what do you think?"
That is fair.
Like, why don't we just talk about it?
Right.
Don't spring it on me. Like, give me a chance. I don't act well when you spring anything on me. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And like, let's set the terms of engagement ahead of time so everyone can make a decision. Right? Let's negotiate the terms of the contract before the service is rendered. I don't know. That seems like a logical thing to do instead of like this antiquated, like we're still in olden times, like where we're expecting something.
I mean, I do expect that if a guy asks you out on a date, he's going to pay for it.
In this day and age, I want to be covered on the backside. Whether or not I expect them to do that, I would want to know the facts.
Yeah. And this is okay that this is such an ick because
oh God,
how dumb.
Fuck. And that's what you think is funny? Like,
yeah,
oh,
like, haha, I tricked her into thinking she's paying.
That's not funny at all. And
No.
that is more concerning that that's what you think is funny. And so it's like, if you can make a like what you think is a joke like that, like what other, no. No.
No.
You suck.
You should be like, if you guys ever hook up, be like, "Oh my God, I'm pregnant."
Just kidding. Good one. She's a prankster, this one. How about that, Eric?
right. Well, that's all I got for questions
Oh,
for today.
no.
I know. Well, I hope you learned a cautionary tale.
One or two.
One or two. Share this with your besties so that they can also learn from these life lessons. And follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at So Fired Pod. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Disclaimer. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The stories and statements expressed herein are experiences and opinions. They may not represent the views of the production studio or the hosts. If you disagree with our content, that's okay. No podcast is perfect for everyone.